Welcome to Module 5, Part 3. In the last lecture, we had seen two of the fabrication process, that is thermal oxidation and diffusion. Next, we'll see the rapid thermal processing. The thermal steps performed in the furnace are now being done in rapid thermal processor. So this is the rapid thermal processor or the RTP. Instead of a large wafer, a single wafer is held on a quartz pin. So this is the wafer over here and this is held on two quartz pin surrounded by high intensity tungsten halogen infrared lamps. So over here we have the infrared lamps. When the lamps are turned on, high intensity infrared radiations shines through the quartz chamber and is absorbed by the water, causing the temperature to rise very rapidly, and temperature can rise from about 50 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. At the end, the lamps are turned off and the temperature drops down rapidly. So one of the advantage of this rapid thermal processor is the rapid rise in temperature and quickly it cools down. So the three critical aspects of RTP are temperature uniformity and accurate temperature measurement. So this is a graph which gives the relationship between the time and the temperature. As I've told, so in rapid thermal processor, the temperature rises rapidly. So at very quickly, the temperature rises and then it falls down or it cools down also very quickly. So this is a rapid thermal processor and this processing is rapid thermal processing. Next is ion implantation. Ion implantation is an alternate to high temperature diffusion. In this process, a beam of high intensity in this process, a beam of impurity ions is accelerated to the kinetic energy ranging from several kilo eV to mega eV and is directed onto the surface of the semiconductor. This is the diagram of the ion implanter. The gas containing the desired impurities is ionized within the source and then accelerated into the acceleration tube. Ions are passed first through the mass separator in which only the desired ion species enter into the drift tube. After acceleration to the desired kinetic energy, the ion beam is focused and scanned electrostatically over the surface of this wafer into the target chamber. The repetitive scanning onto the rafter pattern provides exceptionally uniform doping on the wafer surface. Automatic wafer handling facility is used to speed up the process. So all this is done automatically, so no manual work is there over here. Advantages of this ion implantation is it can be done at a very low temperature. Second, the doping layers are implanted without disturbing previously diffused regions. Third, ions can be blocked by metal or photoresist. And the fourth one is the precise control of doping of the concentration. Ion implantation is good because of the control of doping level along with uniformity of the implant over the wafer surface. The problem with this ion implanter is the lattice damage can happen due to the collision between the ions and the lattice atoms. So this damage can be removed in silicon by heating up the crystal by implantation process called as annealing. So in this system, the gas containing the impurity is ionized in this ion source and it is passed through the mass separator which will separate the desired impurities with undesired impurities, and then it will pass through the beam accelerator which will accelerate the beam and then it falls uniformly over the wafer surface. So this wafer is held into the wafer chamber. So all this process can be done at a very low temperature in comparison with the diffusion which needs very high temperature and which can damage the other fabrication process. Next is the chemical vapor deposition. All stages of semiconductor fabrication requires thin film of dielectric semiconductor and metal being deposited and etched. Thermal oxidation consumes silicon from the substrate and requires a very high temperature. Whereas the chemical vapor deposition, SiO2 does not consume Si from the substrate. and can be done at much lower temperature, whereas oxidation, it Si is consumed from the surface to form the SiO2 layer. Chemical vapor deposition reacts to a silicon containing gas such as silane SiH4 with oxygen containing precursor, causing chemical reaction leading to the deposition of SiO2 on the substrate. So over here a gas such as silane is flown into this furnace body which holds the silica or the quartz tube in which the wafers are being placed. So wafers are placed over here into this silica tube or the quartz tube, and this is there in a furnace which contains of the heating elements. So when the gas is flown, it reacts with the oxygen to form SiO2, and the gas flows out from the other end of the furnace. So this low pressure chemical vapor deposition can also be used to deposit silicon nitride onto the wafer surface. So till now we have seen three fabrication process, that is rapid thermal processing, ion implantation and chemical vapor deposition. Thank you.